Hey everyone, Brett from Kitchen Table Commander here, and boy do I have a treat for you. Normally I don't talk about lore on this channel, and that's a bit of a shame, since it brings so much depth to this game we all love. So today I'm talking with Coach from Card Bazaar about his latest foray into lore. He's recorded and released a 34-part audiobook called simply The Thran. Wait, what am I telling all of you this for? I've got him right here. Coach, why don't you explain your audiobook? Where did the idea come from?
Well, the idea came from the fact that nobody has completed a full MTG audiobook. So I was trying to look at other audiobooks for Magic starting off, and the only thing I could find was the Brothers War, and that wasn't even finished. It got to probably about a quarter of the way finished before the people who were actually doing this just outright stopped. And I could probably tell why, because that an audiobook's extremely difficult. It's very time consuming. And so give me the idea, just like with the Magic timeline, that if nobody's going to do this, I might as well do it and kind of fill in that void so that way people could start searching for this stuff. So that was the concept behind going into the audiobook. Nobody's done it, so I'm going to kind of start the process of doing that so more people can listen to the old stuff and become more familiar with those older stories that people, that the older group of players like really appreciate.
That's fair. So why specifically the Thran though?
Very beginning.
Very,
Um,
just wanted to
I,
start off fresh, huh?
yeah, just start off with numero uno. I know there was other books before this, but kind of looking at it more, it seems like it's like the book Arena. It seems like it's not canonical anymore, and so the Thran is kind of the prequel to the Brothers War, even though it was published after the Brothers War, like 2 years later. So, but it's timeline wise, it's in the beginning, at least more closer to the beginning as far as books go. So just wanted to start off with the very first one. If I get enough traction, go on with the next one.
Makes sense. So what kind of traction are you looking for before you commit to another one?
Probably about like 600,000 to 700,000 minutes. Like I'm actually 1,000 minutes away from getting 500,000, and so probably just need 100,000 more. And this is monthly, of course. Like the 500,000 that I'm pretty much at is that's a monthly deal for my channel, and so I want to try to up it to at least 600,000 with the release of the audiobooks.
That is a sizable goal, but I think you can reach it. That's I just checked mine, and that's looking at like 10 times the volume of my channel alone, in addition to your regular volume, to get that goal. But given your current volume, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it would be like a percentage. I think it ended up being like, from where I was at 400,000. If I could get up to 600,000, that would end up actually being a 33% increase overall. Actually, no, I take that back. It'd be a 50% increase going from 400,000 to 600,000.
Yeah, and that would be a huge jump.
It would be really nice to get those kind of numbers.
You've got a playlist for all of this, right? So people can just
Yes.
go to the playlist and just hit run.
Yes.
Okay.
And people could literally just put in the Thran or the Thran audiobook. The playlist should come up, and it should come up actually pretty soon. I made it pretty simple as far as like breaking it down into chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Most audiobooks that are on there, that's not, there's, like I said, there's not a lot of complete magic ones, but other audiobooks that are out there, they're actually in one giant segment. I know Aragon's on there. Even though I'm actually playing it through Audible, I know they've put it on YouTube, and it's like a 16-hour ordeal, but it's all just one sitting. It's not broken down into chapters like what I did. So when you look at the playlist, if you want to stop somewhere with one of those 15-minute videos, then you just actually like stop at that chapter and you just pick up where you left off. So that way you're not trying to find in the middle of this long, long video where your place marker is at. Usually YouTube has done it to where it gets you back to where you were, but sometimes it does glitch out. So you just have to remember the chapter in this case and just go from there.
Yeah, I like how you called it an ordeal, because it really is. If you start a video and you've gotten to a certain point and YouTube glitches out, you start over. You have to remember the exact like minute and second you have to find to get back to where you were. That can be just impossible to find sometimes.
Yeah, and it like I said, it just makes it easier organizationally. And I thought it'd be simpler for everyone else just to like be able to click on something in the playlist and go.
Well, it makes a lot of sense. Like if you were to buy an audiobook like a CD for example, it every chapter would be a separate track on that CD. It'd be
Yes.
super easy to find. You know exactly which chapter you're on. You can just skip ahead, and if you don't want to read that chapter, for example, you just hit skip. Not that I encourage that or anything, but I mean, like, it's a lot easier when you've got it broken down into the individual chapters like that.
Absolutely. I always thought it was easier just to do that, just to have them broken down into chapters.
How long roughly did it take you to do this whole audiobook? Like, it's 34 chapters, and that's a lot of work, given they're what, like 10 to 15 minutes a piece?
Yeah, like the smallest one was like a 9 minute or 10 minute like video, and the longest was like 20 minutes. So, but the average was about 15 to 16. So, I mean, total of the work I put in with the recording, editing, publishing, all the little minor works that you got to put in each video and typing out stuff and putting tags and sharing, probably anywhere from 180 to 200 hours.
180 to 200 hours.
Yes.
That's a big time commitment. So I can understand why you might be a little bit hesitant to do the Brothers War without getting the traction on this one.
Yeah, because it's like if there's no demand for it, there's no point in doing it and wasting all that time.
Right. But you are considering doing the Brothers War for the next one if you do get that traction, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have like a planned out, like, if you get the traction on these ones, you'll do the Brothers War next, and then what's the next one after that?
Probably just do the entire artifact cycle. Just go from Brothers War, and I think the last one was like Time Streams or Bloodlines. I can't remember exactly.
So I look forward to the Brothers War because I think you're going to hit that number, to be honest.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, I bet you do. Okay, so just to wrap it up, where can my audience find you?
They can find me at the Card Bazaar on YouTube, and the way Bazaar spelled Bazaar, kind of like like a Middle Eastern shop, or like a different way of pronouncing like shop. It's not bizarre like bizarre, it's bazaar. So a lot of people get that confused. And they could also find me on Twitter by going to coach at the Card Bazaar CC, and they could shoot me a message. If they follow me, they could shoot me a message. Even if they don't follow me, they could still shoot me a message. That's completely fine too. And I usually get back to people in a very relatively fast time. And if they want to ask me questions about Magic in general, the lore in general, or if they actually want me to come on their YouTube or do some narration, it's completely fine. Just ask away.
Well, that about does it for today. Thank you to Coach for coming on the show to talk about his audiobook, The Thran. You can find it at the link in the video or in the description box. And while you're there, maybe subscribe to Card Bazaar so you know when Coach starts releasing the next audiobook, The Brothers War. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help out the channel, please remember to leave a comment, hit that like button, or subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know the second I upload a new video. If you want to throw a couple of bucks our way to help us improve the channel, you can do that through our Patreon at patreon.com/KitchenTableCommander. Or through our sponsor, Inked Gaming. Use the affiliate link in the description to let them know we sent you, and you can use coupon code KitchenTable10 at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. You can even pick up the Kitchen Table Commander playmat while you're there. As usual, you can find me on Twitter at KitchenTableCommand, on Instagram at KitchenTableCommander, and on Twitch at KitchenTableCommander. Tuesdays 7 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll leave links in the description to all our socials. It's been a blast, and we'll see you in the next video.